Hey everyone, it's Heidi and welcome to today's episode of Baby Name Sunday. So as you guys see by the title of the list, this is going to be kind of a part 2 to a longer boys list that I actually uploaded 2 weeks ago. So I gave you guys 100 boys names that were modern but also trendy for the upcoming years a couple weeks ago. I'll have it linked down below. But today I'm going to share with you guys the girls list. So this will be 100 girls names that are both modern and trendy for 2021 and beyond. These are also not in the top 1000s currently in 2020. But before I get on to the list, I just wanted to mention, if you guys haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button down below and also click that bell icon so you guys are notified every single time that I upload here on YouTube. And also go check me out over on Instagram. I'll have all of my details down in the description box. All right, so to start this list off, I'm going to start off with an unranked name. So just so you guys know, the number underneath the name that I do share with you guys here, it's actually the current ranking for 2020. So a lot of these are unranked, maybe some are just over that top 1000, and then some are kind of in between. So it's a great gauge to see where it's sitting at for 2020 and possibly where we can see it's going to be at for the coming years. First name on the list is the name Tahirah, spelled T-A-H-I-R-A-H. This one's Arabic originated, meaning pure. And then I have the name Luana, spelled L-U-A-N-A. I think a lot of you guys will love this as L names are rising. You can have that nickname Lulu or even Lua. So this one's both Hawaiian originated, meaning enjoyment, but it also is Old German, meaning graceful battle maiden. Next one here has just such amazing traits in the meaning. It's the name Kiva, spelled K-E-E-V-A. It's actually an anglicized, I can never get that one right, Irish variant, meaning graceful, gentle, and precious. Then I have the name Corby, spelled C-O-R-B-I-E. I love this as kind of like that boy name for girl. I feel like this could work for either or, so it's completely unisex. And this is Latin originated, meaning raven, which is super cool. Both nature and animal names right now, their themed names are just bumping. Now moving on to my absolute favorite name on the list, I think this is the perfect balance between like girly chic and edgy. So this is the name Velvet, spelled V-E-L-V-E-T. You can do nickname Velvy, Velzy even. And this one obviously means a luxurious soft fabric. And then we have the name Soli, spelled S-O-L-E-Y, nickname Sol. And this one's an Icelandic name meaning buttercup. Another unranked name I have here is the name Abri, spelled A-B-R-I-E. I thought this one was such a cool spelling. I thought it was just so interesting because it was so rare to find any information on. It possibly means shelter in Russian or father of plenty in Hebrew. Another unranked name on the list here I have is the name Noxley, spelled N-O-X-L-I-E. You can kind of spell this a couple different ways, but it is a spelling variant or like a modern spelling variation of Nox, which is the Roman goddess of the night. I have the name Tallulah, spelled T-A-L-A-Y-A. This one is a gorgeous Greek name meaning blooming. And then we have Davian's absolute favorite name on the list here is the name Gravity, spelled G-R-A-V-I-T-Y. Obviously this is a celestial word name directly describing the force that attracts beings to each other or Earth, which I thought was just such a grounding name, Gravity, for a little girl. Next is the name Fortuna, spelled F-O-R-T-U-N-A. This one's a Latin virtue name meaning good fate. Then I have the gorgeous name Caraway, spelled C-A-R-A-W-A-Y. This one reminds me of Callaway, which is another great option, but caraway is actually an edible plant used for spices. Let's go for something a little bit more futuristic. I have the name Zenovia, spelled Z-E-N-O-V-I-A. This is a great Z name with very feminine, kind of almost princess-like sounds. So this one's Greek originated, meaning fortress of Zeus. Then for number 14 on the list, I have the name Nichelle, spelled N-Y-S-H-E-L. This one was extremely rare and it's possibly a Hebrew name meaning adventurer. I have the surname Anderson, spelled A-N-D-E-R-S-E-N, or you can do S-O-N. It's Scandinavian originated, meaning son of Anders, and Anders means strong and manly or womanly. Next is the name Idessa, spelled I-D-E-S-S-A. This one possibly could be a Greek variant of Odessa, and Odessa is actually quite a bit of a place name in various parts of the world. Moving on to a shorter name on the list, I have the name Ace, spelled A-C-E. I think this is so cool for a girl. It can work obviously for a boy as well, but this one's Latin originated, meaning one or unity. And then for number 18, another 4-letter name here is the name Cleo, spelled C-L-I-O. I am loving the spelling of this as well. So this one's Greek originated, meaning glory. To switch things up a bit, I have the name Bramley, spelled B-R-A-M-L-E-Y. This one's often seen as a surname, and it's also the name of actually an apple, which I didn't even know, but it also means broom woodland clearing. Another B name on the list is the name Beau, but spelled B-O-W. I've always seen Beau being kind of like a boy's name, B-E-A-U. I think it's so handsome, but Beau for a girl is so gorgeous. So this one's an English word name meaning a gift bow or a bow and arrow, and actually a bow that is placed on a gift is a symbol of unity, which is something I did not know as well. Moving on to the name Kyria or Kyria, you can spell it either way, K-Y-R-I-A. This one's Greek rooted, meaning Lord. And then I have the name Layli, spelled L-A-I-L-I-E. I think this is so sweet. It's Arabic originated, meaning night beauty. Now I have the name Haviland, spelled H-A-V-I-L-A-N-D. This one's actually a vintage surname. It's English originated, meaning goat estate. And then we have the name Nephele, spelled N-E-P-H-E-L-E. This is another one that Davian absolutely loved. It's Greek originated, meaning cloudy. Next name on the list here, I have the name Leland, spelled L-E-L-A-N-D. I can totally see this making its way over onto the girl side. As you guys can see, it's moving up. This one's English originated, meaning meadowland. Another shorter name on the list is the name Dre, spelled D-R-E. I think this is so cool. I am just enjoying these shorter names anyways for girls, but this one's both French originated and Portuguese originated, meaning strength or man or woman. Next one here is a rare found name that Davian actually gave me. So it's the name Nazeli, spelled N-A-Z-E-L-I. This one is just stunning in sound. So this one is possibly Armenian, but it's also Turkish originated, meaning pretty, delicate, charming, and rosewater. Then I have the name Mahala, spelled M-A-H-A-L-A. This one's both Hebrew and Arabic originated, meaning tender. Super cool modern twist name here next is the name Cabree, spelled C-A-Y-B-R-E-E. I think this is just too cool. So this one's a twist on the Latin and Welsh name Cambry, meaning the people. Moving on to another L name on the list, I have the name Luli, spelled L-U-L-I-E. Super sweet. This one's both German and French originated, meaning renowned warrior. Another stunning name option here is the name Marella, spelled M-A-R-E-L-L-A. You could do the nickname Ella for this one. Super pretty. This one's Dutch originated, meaning drop of the sea or beloved. Next two names are K names that are both 4 letters. So I have the name Kavi, spelled K-A-V-I, and this one's Sanskrit originated, meaning poet or sage. Then I have the name Kemi, spelled K-E-M-I, a little bit cutesy. So this one's a place name in Finland, but it's also a Nigerian name, meaning to be pampered. This one here, I feel like a lot of you guys will absolutely love. It's the name Althea, spelled A-L-T-H-E-A. It kind of reminds me of Aletheia, and this one's also Greek originated, but meaning with healing power. I have the name Niani, spelled N-I-A-N-I, nickname Nia, and this one's actually the name of the ancient capital of the kingdom of Mali. Then we have the name Lolly, spelled L-O-L-L-Y. I think this is such a cool vintage choice. It's both Spanish and Latin originated, meaning emerald, the bay, or laurel plant. Gorgeous place name here next is the name Faria, spelled F-A-R-I-A. This one's a small place name in Portugal, but it's also a Greek originated name meaning beacon or lighthouse. Moving on to a little bit of a musically inspired name, I have the name Duet, spelled D-U-E-T. Imagine how gorgeous. This one's a musical name, obviously, meaning a performance of 2 people. Then we have the name Veda, spelled V-A-Y-D-A, and this one's a modern English variant of the German name Veda, spelled V-A-D-A, meaning famous ruler. Switching it up a bit, first O name on the list here is the name Ovelia, spelled O-V-E-L-I-A, and this one's also a Greek originated name, but meaning help. Then another Z name on the list is the the name Zelie, spelled Z-E-L-I-E. This one is so fun. It's a popular French pet form of the name Zelia, which is interesting, which is actually a Hebrew name meaning zealous or ardent. Another surname inspired name is the name Landry, spelled L-A-N-D-R-E-E. You can actually spell this a few different ways, but this one's English originated, meaning rough land. I have the name Siona, spelled S-I-O-N-A. This one's a beautiful Hindi and Hebrew name meaning stars. Then next one here is the name Ari or Ari, spelled A-R-I-E. Depending on how you want to pronounce it, it's both Hebrew and Greek originated, and this one actually has quite a few different meanings. Lots of animal inspiration. It means lion, lion of God, or eagle. Then we have the name Tallulah, spelled T-A-L-L-U-L-A-H. I am so surprised this one hasn't made its way into the top 1000s because I love it and I know a lot of you guys love it. So this one's an Irish, or please tell me if I pronounce this wrong, Choctaw, I believe it is pronounced, meaning lady of abundance or leaping water. Moving on to another Z name on the list is the name Zalia, spelled Z-A-H-L-I-A. And this one, it looks to be Australian originated, but it's very unclear. And it means princess, sea, and strength. Another celestial inspired name is the name Estella, spelled A-S-T-E-L-L-A. This is so great if you want that nickname Stella. This one's Latin originated, meaning star. Next one here is the name Chaz, spelled C-H-A-Z. I actually really would probably do 2 Z's on this. And this one's English originated, meaning free man or strong for a girl. Moving on to a V name on the list is the name Vivica, spelled V-I-V-I-C-A. This one, nickname Vivi, which is so adorable. It's both Scandinavian and Old German, meaning alive or war fortress. Another idea I have for you guys is the name Kalo, spelled K-A-E-L-O. This one was also really hard to find any information on because it is a modern invented name. Possibly could be Swana, T-S-W-A-N-A. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Rooted, meaning guide or direction. Then we have the name Charlize, spelled C-H-A-R-L-I-Z-E. I think this is so stunning, and this one's Old German originated, meaning free man. To switch it up a bit, I have a word name here. It's the name Jersey, spelled J-E-R-S-E-Y. I've actually seen this being used a little bit more frequently, and this one actually means grassy island, which is really interesting. I always think of it as being like a place name. And then I have the name Oslin, spelled O-Z-L-Y-N, which is super sweet. It's a modern invented name meaning strength and courage. All right, back to another A name on the list. I have the name Audra, spelled A-U-D-R-A. And this one's English originated, meaning noble strength. Then another musically inspired name I have is the name Chorus, spelled C-H-O-R-U-S, which I thought was so fun. And this one's a stunning musical word, obviously, meaning main repeating part of a song or a verse. Next is the name Devri, spelled D-E-V-R-I. This one's a Hebrew diminutive, meaning bee or bumblebee. Another word name here is the name Novelty, spelled N-O-V-E-L-T-Y, nickname Novel, which is super cool. And this one's a word name meaning original or new. It also is the name of a small ornament or trinket. Then we have the name Pallas, spelled P-A-L-L-A-S. I think this is also one of my top favorite names on the list here. It's Greek originated, meaning wisdom. Speaking of Greek originated names, I have the name Artemisia. So this one's spelled A-R-T-E-M-E-S-I-A. So it is a variant, or could be a variant, of Artemis, but a little bit more girly sounding. And again, it's Greek originated, meaning gift from Artemis. This next one here I actually uploaded onto my Instagram as well, is the name Evany, spelled E-V-A-N-Y. Super gorgeous. You can also do the I-E if you do want. And this one's a variant of the Welsh name Evan, meaning the Lord is gracious. Then we have the name Zunara, spelled Z-U-N-A-I-R-A. I think this is so powerful sounding, and it's Persian originated, meaning flower of heaven. I have the name Kala, spelled C-A-L-L-A, and this one's Greek originated, meaning beautiful. Next one here is the name Rinley, spelled R-I-N-L-E-Y, and this one's Old English originated, meaning wood clearing. Moving on to one of my favorite names ever is the name Sunday, spelled S-U-N-D-A-Y, and obviously this is a day name meaning born on a Sunday. Another fun one here that I have just been in love with is the name Indigo, spelled I-N-D-I-G-O. This one is slowly rising up, guys. This is another one we have to keep our eye on. It's an English color name meaning deep bluish purple, but it also symbolizes the inner mind. Then I have the name Linden, spelled L-I-N-D-E-N. This one is a great boy's name for girls. This one can work for either or, and it's English originated meaning the lime tree, which is so sweet. Getting down to the list here, I have the name Georgia, spelled J-O-R-J-A. I have been really loving this spelling, and this one's Greek originated meaning farmer. Then we have the name Adele, spelled A-D-E-L-E. Can't go through the list without this one. It's German originated meaning noble. Another one I feel that will definitely be on the rise is the name Kensley, spelled K-E-N-Z-L-E-E. And this one's derived from a Scottish Mackenzie, makes sense, meaning born of fire or child of the wise leader. Moving on to a more vintage choice here, I have the name Malene, and this one's a Danish originated name meaning of Magdala, which I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And then I have a sweet short name, is the name Paz, spelled P-A-Z, and this one's Hebrew originated meaning gold and peace, which I find this perfect for a rainbow baby. Next one here is quite futuristic sounding, is the name Mars, spelled M-A-R-S. Now this one has a lot of male associations, but obviously with Sailor Moon, it kind of reminds me of Sailor Moon right away, like Sailor Mars, and same with Davian. So I thought it's really cool to make it more like a feminine name as well, which it can totally be. The next one here is the name Lotus, spelled L-O-T-U-S. So this one's a flower name of Greek origins, meaning abundant, rich, and healthy. Then for something completely fun and bold, I have the name Rumble, spelled R-U-M-B-L-E. I am so digging this one. It's from an ancient Old German surname, which is really interesting, meaning bold, brave, and spacious. This one here reminds me of Amelia, Aurelia. It's the name Aurella, spelled A-U-R-E-L-L-A. Yes, it is completely unranked right now. It's Latin originated, meaning the golden one. So please, someone, or a few of you, please snatch it up. Then another stunning name is the name Mayen, spelled M-A-Y-E-N. I am just loving this. It's actually a German habitational name meaning field or plain. Then another animal inspired name, I have the name Larka, spelled L-A-R-K-A. This one obviously can refer to the bird lark, but it also is a Latin name meaning from Laurentium. I have another O name here next. It's the name Orly, spelled O-R-L-I-E. Super sweet. It's possibly a Hebrew originated name meaning light. It was kind of hard to find information on. Then for an occupational name, I have the name Tallulah, spelled T-Y-L-A, and this one means maker of tiles, so maybe an artsy family. Next is the name Wakely, spelled W-A-K-E-L-Y. This one's both an Old English place name, but it's also an Old English name meaning damp meadow. Moving on to the name Hazy, spelled H-A-Z-I-E. Again, another I-E ending names. I find them just so dainty and cutesy sounding. This one's English originated meaning the hazelnut tree. And then we have the name Vella, spelled V-E-L-L-A, which is a gorgeous V name with the Ella ending. So beautiful. It's a Southern Italian name meaning beautiful. Just makes sense with the sound of the name. I have the name Senni, spelled S-E-N-N-I-E. This one's derived from the name sienna, meaning reddish orange or delicate. Another H name on the list is the name Havley, spelled H-A-V-L-E-Y. And this one's an Old English surname, actually meaning meadow clearing. So it has some nature elements to it as well. Then next is the name Ophi, spelled O-P-H-I-E. So this one's a modern twist on the name Sophia or Ophelia, meaning wisdom or health. All right, we are down to our very final few names on the list here. I have the name Chloel, spelled C-H-L-O-E-L-L-E. This one's a modern play on the Greek name Chloe, and Chloe is actually the Greek goddess of agriculture with Demeter. And then you add on L at the end. L is French originated, meaning she. Another one here is the name Eclipse, spelled E-C-L-I-P-S-E. E. I think this is so cool for a celestial word name. It means obscure light from a celestial body to another. Another short name on the list here I have for you guys is the name Nemi, spelled N-E-M-Y. This one's an African Mendi language name meaning sweet. Then for a really positive and radiating name is the name Sunshine, spelled S-U-N-S-H-I-N-E. I think this is so perfect to end off this year. We've gone through so much, and I think there is sunshine and light at the end of this tunnel. It's obviously a word name meaning direct sunlight. Then I have the name Esme, spelled E-S-M-A-E. Gorgeous E name. It's Old French originated meaning esteemed or to be loved. Next one here is the name Genie, spelled G-E-N-I-E. This one's a fun, very old school vintage. It's Hebrew originated meaning God is gracious. Then I have the name Millicent, spelled M-I-L-L-I-C-E-N-T. And this one actually peaked way back in 1927. It was a booming year for Millicent. It's Old French originated meaning brave strength. I have the name Eriko, spelled E-R-I-K-O. This one's Japanese originated meaning truth and blessed child. Then we have the name Willabelle, spelled W-I-L-L-A-B-E-L-L-E. This one I find so fun. I think it is such a great mix of the German name Willa, which means a resolute protection, and the French name Belle, which means beautiful. Number 95 on the list, I have the name Romany, spelled R-O-M-A-N-Y. You can also do Romany or Romany, depending on how you want. And it's actually an Indo-European language relating to Hindi, which is so interesting, but you can really have those modern, really trendy nicknames like Romy, Rome. Then I have the name Noor, spelled N-O-R-E. And this one's Old English and Old French originated, meaning other or foreigner. A few more left on the list. I have the name Phayer, spelled P-H-A-Y-R-E. This one is totally up my alley, so edgy. It's a pre-8th century Anglo-Saxon name, meaning the fair one or the beautiful one. Perfect. That one here, I would totally use that one in a heartbeat. I have the name Solea for everyone who loves Soleil, wants something a little bit different. Solea, spelled S-O-L-E-I-A. This one's actually a variant of the French name Soleil, meaning sun. Then I have the name Lou, spelled L-O-U. This is also a French short form for Louise, which means renowned warrior. These are so powerful names. I am loving these last few here. So 2 more, I actually have 101 for you. Yes, a little bit of surprise, but I really couldn't narrow any of them down. I have the name Siren, spelled S-Y-R-I-N. This one's English from Persian, meaning bluish or lilac. So this is a great, rare color name. Then last name on the list here, Davian's one of his favorites on the list. I have the name Historia, spelled H-I-S-T-O-R-I-A. And that one's Spanish originated, meaning tail. So that is it with the list. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I inspired you in some ways for the girl side. And then if you guys are looking for boys' names, I did do a 100 boy names list, which I will have it linked down below. I did it a couple weeks ago. And I will also have my holiday baby names list linked down below as well. They have so many amazing holiday winter inspired names that are perfect for this season. So make sure you guys also leave in the comments below any girl names that you find will be trendy for the years to come, but also maybe some newfound girl names, some hidden gems that you guys just discovered. I'd love to know them. Thank you again so much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you guys next Sunday with another baby names list. Bye. Want you to